Hello, 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 hello. Hi, everybody. If you've never met me, my name is Pauline, and I'm going to tell you why women and money are the destroyers of men. Okay, so gather round. Let's talk, let's talk. So, how are women the destroyers and of men, and how does money destroy men? Personally, I don't think and I don't believe that money and women destroy women. There is no such thing, it's made up, it's an illusion. I don't believe men spoil women's lives and men and women spoil men's life. It's an illusion. Okay? So, this is what I see. People destroy their lives, or their lives are destroyed because they don't have goals, they don't have targets, they don't have discipline. That's it. So instead of it being as we may want it to be, a woman or money, or let's just say a man, that's not it. It's the lack of goals, lack of targets, lack of determination, lack of discipline. How does this play out in the real world? Hmm? This is my perception of how I see it. There's this guy, he's working hard for his money, working hard, making the money, making the money. He's always wanted to be, good, stable, and he's got it. It's working. And then he goes to the coffee shop and sees this beautiful woman, beautiful, and he's taken by her. And before he gets back to work, he works so hard, he's drained, he's tired, and he goes, ain't that cute? I want that. And pursues that person, the beautiful woman, pursues that person. And if he had 80 hours of work, now he has 70 hours of work or 65 hours because the others time goes into spending time or trying to pursue that woman or trying to impress her. If he had gym time, less gym time. If he had investments, less investments because he's in love or lust, whatever you want to call it. And then maybe he manages to wow her and get her. Maybe he manages and they'll spend their time. He's working and he's got this woman. But guess what? Guess what the creator did? The creator created another beautiful one. Damn. While he's working, he goes to take his car for service. Or let's say he owns a dealership and then this beautiful woman walks in. His heart is never felt like that. It hasn't beat like that in a long time. The man gets excited. He's like, I have to just know who's this? Who's this? So beautiful, smells so good, amazing. Walks over there, starts talking to that person, and he says, I have to have her. Like, I haven't felt so alive, you know? So he goes for this woman, and let's say the first woman maybe was in his teenagers, just having fun. The other one in their 20s. I'm spacing it. I'm being very generous. This could happen even every day, 5 times in a day. Who knows? 30 years, the same situation. 40, the same situation because work and life is so burdensome. But whenever they see that ambience of life, a beautiful looking woman, soft, beautiful, smells amazing. And every time he's chasing his money being spent all directions. Women bothering him, begging him. They can't give him peace. Is it the woman and the money, or was it the lack of the discipline? What was it? If a person has a vision and they have a goal, they've got their targets, like an athlete in their prime, or someone really creating something significant, no matter what they feel, the vision has to be bigger than their feelings, meaning that even if you want this and that and that and that, at the end of the day, you know what's most important. So you're not derived every time something that makes your heart skip a beat comes in, because you've got something that you're working towards that's bigger than your emotions and your feelings. So, does money and women destroy men? Or is the lack of their discipline, lack of vision, lack of clarity, um, the source? Are you going to look at the outcome of the movements, or what really made the person move is they didn't have that defined in their life? So, what does your goal look like? What does your vision look like? Is it bigger than yourself? Is it bigger? Is it something bigger and massive more than your feelings? Is it something that you would die for? You have to define this. It's important that you define this. What's if you had a family? It's coming out of your abundance. You're good, you're stable, you've got it going. For lack of better words, I'll say you've got 5 cars, 1 car, whatever. You've got money, you've got your investments, you're good. Now you're so good, you want to give out. So you bring in the woman because you have a desire for your family. It's not just someone beautiful you saw. There is that desire, you've been preparing, you're ready. You see that woman, you start a family from your abundance. It gives you more purpose, it stretches you more. And no matter what you see, you know your dreams, you know your goals, you know what you desire. So you're not seeking it every time you're going for a coffee shop when you see something beautiful. You're not distracted, a distraction that will take you 10 years, 15 years. And having those 40 distractions in your life, where does it put you in the end? And if you know that you have that desire, are you going to create a container? A container is like, are you going to create a space and time where you say, I can indulge? It's like eating cake. I can eat dessert and cake. But how much of cake and dessert do you get? Is the dessert, the cake, the souffle, is it consuming your life? Or do you actually have purpose with a meal with the right nutrients? So tell me, is it women and money? Is it discipline, vision, clarity that destroys a man? A man's nature, a man's nature, the masculine. I have a list to help me stay on track. It's of conquer, it wants to conquest. If you look at history, you look at the way um, there used to be wars between the Roman emperors, you look at the British emperors, all those, the fighting, conquering land, dividing and owning it, owning the people, the land and everything. That's the nature of the masculine: to propel, to move towards something, to own, obtain, protect boundaries. That is of a masculine. um, to provide for whatever the conquer within, to take. They'll go to a different country, they'll take this, take that, blah. That's a masculine. If you look at the structures, the buildings, very masculine usually, the rare feminine ones, but you know what I mean. It's all contain, take. So if you understand as a man and that you have these qualities and they are in your nature, and whenever you see something that takes your eye, you are willing to die for it, isn't it better to have a defined purpose and vision of things you actually die for, so that you don't die for every beautiful thing you see? What are your goals? What are your vision? Is it bigger than your emotions? And if there is that, If there is that dessert, have it in moderation. Set a container how often you can have, if you can have. How much of it does it disturb the main vision, the main meal? So, is it money and women or is it self? Self has to have a vision, has to have a goal, has to have targets, so that whatever your nature is, it's working towards that. It's got a focus point on where it's going. And then when you have the desserts of life, you know where it starts and where it ends. Most men, most empires have fallen because of women. Or have they fallen because the man was captivated from from his suffering, his conquest, to have something bigger than him that he would want to die for. And if you know that's in your nature, why not define it? What's your vision? What's your goal? What are your targets to reach what you need? Have your attention focused, because if it's not, beautiful ones are born every 2 minutes. Decide, 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 decide. Is it man and woman, or is it your discipline? Is it men? Is it women and money? Or is it not having the goals and the vision? Is it women and money? Or is it unawareness and unconsciousness or unknowing that you have to have this? You can wait to get to the mountain and see all your flaws, or you can set it now whilst you're climbing. You go further and you'll be remembered of something worthwhile. So, do women and money destroy men? Or do men without the vision, the clarity, and the goals destroy themselves? Create a vision, create a goal if you're a man. And for ladies, know what you want. Know what you want. Look for inspiration. Nurture yourselves. And I'll create another one just for you. All right. Have an amazing. Wait, before I go, actually, let me tie it together. Ladies, if you're dating or you're in the dating world, know what you want. If you want a relationship, don't try to pose as if you're looking for a one night stand. Don't be iffy, whiffy waffy. A person who has his vision, who desires a wife and has been looking and is ready and is set up, you will know. Less headaches. You cannot change a person and they cannot change you. You can inspire a person, but you cannot change them. Focus on developing yourself, evolving within yourself, evolving externally as well. Grow, learn, and read more than what you got from school or that an institution gave you. Like, find out your interests, see things that interest you and pursue it. And see that what's happening has always happened. Many people have come, many people have fallen. Everything you're going to go through has already happened before. Every pain you go through has already happened before. Sometimes what you experience socially and in the world is from your unknowing, and you might be, pacifying or seeking out solace. Oh, this is, no, that's not the way it is. No, that's not the way it is. So, find out what you want, understand it, and know that everything that you're experiencing has already happened before many, many times. You're not the first, you're not the last. The experiences you get are directly correlated with what you know and what you don't know. So, are men destroyed by money, and women, or was it a goal? And if you're a woman, you could be the one who's in a situation that is of comfort, a situation that is of growth, according to your preparedness and how evolved you are. So focus on you. Focus on getting a book that doesn't come from an institution. Focus on developing, focus on evolving. It cannot just be on something someone is giving you. You have to think outside the box. If you don't want to get the answers of or the life or the results of people you see, create. How do you create? Look for inspiration. Especially if you don't know, look for inspiration in libraries, look for inspiration and see if that fills you. You have to take a few steps before you see what's working or not. And you might be the person getting played, nothing special. It's just a role in society, it happening. A person being wife, sometimes it's not even what you do, it's who you end up with. So if a person has no vision, no purpose, no goals, no targets, and life is burdensome, everything is a pain, whenever a glimpse of love, life, beauty comes, they'll go by it. And that is what will control them. Their destiny is not theirs. It's like they go by impulse. But if you know that there is this weakness that I have, or this is in my nature, it's not a weakness, it's in my nature. Have goals and targets that help you stay the course. And if you're going to have that dessert, know how far it can go, how much of the main meal it disturbs. But if you replace your main meals with a dessert, you're already lost. You can do it maybe once, but you can't keep on doing this. So you have to have a goal, you have to have a vision, you have to have your targets. Is it the money and the woman, or is it the lack of that? And yes, there are different personalities out there. There are people who are out there to get. There are people out there who are just like, you know, you can even do the right things and then things don't work out for you. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. Read on personality types, read on how to know what narcissists are, what other people are. Like, read on it. The more educated you are, the more aware and conscious you are, the less you find yourself in traps, the less you find yourself entangled. So, my name again is Pauline, and is it the money or is it the women? And women, is it the men or is it you who didn't have a goal and a target? Is it you who maybe was so needy? Or is it you maybe who didn't learn? You have to learn. Learn your nature. If you're a woman, know your nature is of settling, relaxing. I'm a black belt. I love martial arts. I love thrills. I enjoy it. But when I'm in a home, I love the small details like this, you know, something that maybe the masculine won't be a thing, like, oh, I have to have flowers in the house, but I want the flowers. I like it when my hair is nicely done. Small things like that that are homey, nurturing, flowy, feminine. I love them. My nature is of embracing. Like, I don't want to, judge a person. I want to embrace people. I want to accept them as they are and see them, not take them in, obviously. You know what I mean? But you have to know your nature. But if you have that nature and you're around a predator, someone who's on the take, someone who just uses you like that, that's why you see broken people. So know your nature. The more you know your nature, the more you know what works for you, what works against you. And if you're going to indulge, know how far and what weight starts and weight ends. So have a vision for yourself. What do you want for yourself? Are you driven by the career, family? Are you driven by all? Like, whatever it may be, you have to be able to read someone who's lost, who just goes by impulse, someone who's driven, because whatever you connect yourself to, you'll be entangled. So what are you entangling yourself with? Is it success, stability, and growth? Or is it just impulse and chaos? Is it money or women? What destroys men? I would like to hear um, your feedback, leave comments. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Like, dislike, whatever it may be. Go ahead. Feel free to share this video, like, subscribe so that I can start creating more content for you. I look forward to coming here, and I look forward to having some people's comments to see what your thoughts are so that it can be more interactive than me just spewing out my beautiful words. Have an amazing November 8th, 2022. Bye.